Hey Mira, let me start with something that might sound a bit uncomfortable. Have you ever felt that working from home is actually making people more tired instead of relaxed?
Oh, Alex, that's such a real question. And honestly, yes, I've felt that. And I think a lot of people won't admit it openly because everyone keeps saying work from home is a dream life, right?
Exactly. Everyone says it like it's some kind of jackpot. No commute, no office stress, pajamas all day, coffee whenever you want. But no one talks about what happens inside your mind after a few months. That's where things get interesting.
Yeah, and that's the part nobody tells you. No one tells this secret. I remember when I first started working from home, I thought I had unlocked life, like finally, freedom. But after a while, it started feeling different, very different.
That's the hook right there. Freedom that slowly turns into confusion, right?
Exactly. Confusion. Like you don't know where your personal life ends and your work life begins. And Alex, that's the real struggle. Not the work itself, but the boundary disappearing.
That's powerful. And let me ask you something honestly. Do you think work from home is actually improving people's productivity, or is it just giving an illusion of productivity?
That's controversial. I think it depends on the person, but in most cases, it's an illusion. People feel busy, but not always productive.
That's interesting, because I read something once. X years later, people realized they were not working more, they were just working longer. And that hit me.
Oh, wow. That's deep. Because it's true. You check emails at midnight, you reply to messages early morning, and suddenly your brain is always in work mode, even when you're eating, even when you're lying down.
And that's the dopamine trap, right? Every notification gives a small hit, ping, message, email, Slack, whatever it is, and your brain keeps chasing it.
Yes, and that's exactly the problem. It feels like progress, but it's actually fragmentation. Your attention gets broken into pieces all day.
Mira, let's go a bit deeper here. Do you think work from home is making people more lonely?
Yes, I think so. But not immediately. It happens slowly, like a silent shift. You don't notice it in the beginning. You think, I'm comfortable. But then days turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months. And suddenly you realize you haven't had a real conversation in hours.
That's scary, actually, because humans aren't built for isolation like that. We're social by design.
Exactly. And even small things matter, like office tea breaks, random laughter, small gossip. Those things felt meaningless at the time, but now you realize they were actually emotional fuel.
Emotional fuel. I like that phrase. But Mira, let me challenge you here. Some people say work from home actually improves mental health because there is no toxic office environment. What do you think?
That's a fair point, and I agree with it partially. Yes, no commute stress, no office politics face to face. That's definitely a relief. But it replaces one stress with another kind of stress.
Which is?
The stress of never switching off. Your home stops feeling like home. It becomes a hybrid space, half office, half personal, and your brain gets confused.
That confusion is the key theme here. I feel like that's what nobody prepares you for.
True. And another thing, you start dressing differently, not just physically, but mentally too. Like you lose that I'm going to work mindset.
Oh, yes. I've heard people say they attend meetings in half-sleep mode, camera off, thinking it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And slowly, discipline becomes optional. And when discipline becomes optional, motivation starts disappearing.
That's a strong statement. Discipline becoming optional. Do you think companies understand this problem?
Some do, but most don't fully understand the emotional side. They focus on output, not the human experience behind the output.
That's a big gap. And maybe that's why burnout is increasing even in remote jobs.
Yes, burnout is very real in work from home culture. And it's not dramatic burnout, it's silent burnout, where you still function, but you feel empty inside.
Silent burnout. That sounds heavy.
It is, because nobody notices it, not even the person going through it sometimes.
Mira, let's switch a bit. Do you remember your early expectations about work from home?
Oh, yes. I thought I would have so much free time. Like I would learn new skills, exercise daily, cook healthy meals, basically become a superhuman.
That sounds like everyone's fantasy version of remote work.
Exactly. But reality was different. Time didn't increase, it just shifted. Work expanded into personal hours.
That's a very important insight. Work didn't increase time, it just expanded into it.
Yes, and that's why people feel like they're always behind, even when they're actually doing enough.
Mira, let's talk about something controversial here. Do you think companies benefit more from work from home than employees?
That's a tough one. I think financially, yes, companies save money, office costs reduce, but emotionally, employees might be paying a hidden cost.
Hidden cost. I like that framing.
Yes, like increased screen fatigue, less movement, blurred boundaries, and reduced human interaction.
That reminds me of something I once heard. Convenience always comes with invisible trade-offs, and this feels like one of them.
Absolutely. And the tricky part is the trade-off is not immediate. It builds slowly, so people don't question it early.
Mira, let me ask you something personal. Do you ever miss office life?
Honestly, yes. Not the stress, but the structure and the people, the small talks, even the annoying meetings.
That's honest.
Because structure gives rhythm to life, and without rhythm, everything feels like one long, continuous day.
That's deep. One long, continuous day. I think many remote workers would relate to that.
Yes, and that's why weekends also start feeling different. You don't feel the same relief anymore.
Because there is no strong separation.
Exactly.
Mira, let's add another layer here. Do you think work from home affects creativity?
Oh, yes, I think it does, but in a complex way. Some people become more creative because they feel relaxed, but many others lose creativity because they lack stimulation.
Stimulation like random conversations.
Yes, exactly. Like overhearing ideas, spontaneous discussions, even disagreements. Those things spark creativity.
That's interesting. So creativity is not just internal, it's environmental.
Yes, creativity is very social, even when we think it's personal.
Mira, let's talk about dopamine for a second, because this is something people don't realize.
Go on.
Work from home creates micro-dopamine cycles, notifications, messages, task completion, and social media breaks.
Yes, and that makes attention spans shorter over time.
Exactly. And then deep work becomes harder.
Because the brain gets trained for quick rewards, not long focus.
That's scary when you think about it.
It is, because it changes how we think, not just how we work.
Mira, do you think people are addicted to work from home comfort?
In a way, yes. Comfort becomes addictive, because discomfort requires effort.
So people avoid returning to office even if it might help them.
Some do, yes, because change feels harder than staying in imbalance.
That's a strong insight. Staying in imbalance because change is harder.
Yes.
Mira, let's talk about communication. Has work from home changed how people talk?
Definitely. Communication has become more direct, but less emotional.
Less emotional.
Yes. Messages are shorter, tone is missing, body language is missing, so misunderstandings increase.
That's true. Sometimes a simple message feels harsh even if it's not intended that way.
Exactly, and that creates unnecessary tension.
Mira, I want to bring a growth angle here. What positive changes do you think work from home has brought?
Oh, there are many. Flexibility is the biggest one. People can manage personal life better, parents can spend time with children, and people can work from different places.
So it's not all negative.
Not at all. It's just not purely positive either.
Balanced reality.
Yes.
Mira, let's talk about discipline hacks. How do people survive work from home without losing balance?
I think small routines help, like starting work at a fixed time, taking real breaks, and stepping outside daily.
Even small walks.
Yes, even 10 minutes outside can reset the mind.
That sounds simple but powerful.
Simple things usually are.
Mira, do you think future work will go fully remote?
I think it will be hybrid. Full remote has limits, full office also has limits.
So, balance again.
Always balance.
Mira, sometimes I feel like work from home is like living inside your own thoughts too much.
That's a very accurate way to put it, because silence becomes louder.
Yes. And if your mind is not calm, silence can feel overwhelming. Mira, let's talk about burnout recovery. What do people usually get wrong?
They think rest is enough, but real recovery needs disconnection, not just rest.
Disconnection from work completely.
Yes, at least for a while. Otherwise, the brain never resets.
That's important.
Very.
Mira, one last question for this part. What would you tell someone starting work from home today?
I would say don't confuse flexibility with freedom from discipline, and don't ignore boundaries, because boundaries are what protect your energy.
That's strong.
And also, don't believe the myth that you must always be available.
That always available mindset is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Mira, I feel like we've only scratched the surface here.
Yes, there is so much more to explore, like how relationships change, how health changes, how ambition changes.
And maybe even identity.
Exactly. Identity changes too.
That's a big one.
It is.
Mira, I think we should continue this conversation further.
I agree. Because this is not just a work style, it's a lifestyle shift.
And lifestyle shifts change everything.
Everything.
Everything. Mira, that word is staying in my head now, because lifestyle shift doesn't just change routine, it changes personality too.
Yes, Alex, and that's the scary part people don't notice at first. You don't wake up one day and feel different. It happens slowly, like a quiet update in your brain.
A quiet update. That sounds almost like software running in the background.
Exactly. Like you didn't install it knowingly, but it still changed how you think, how you react, how you feel about work, about people, even about yourself.
So let me ask you something directly. Do you think work from home changes identity?
Yes, I think it does, because identity is not only who you are, it is also what environment keeps reinforcing in you.
That's deep. Can you explain that a bit more?
Like in office life, you are the person who goes to work. You get ready, you travel, you interact. Your identity has structure.
Right.
But in work from home, that structure disappears. So you start becoming the person who is always at home and sometimes works. And that shift sounds small, but it changes confidence, energy, even motivation.
Wow. So identity becomes softer, less defined.
Yes, and sometimes that softness feels comfortable, but sometimes it feels like you are floating without direction.
Floating without direction. That hits hard.
I know it sounds dramatic, but many people feel it silently.
Mira, let's go into relationships now because I feel this is where work from home has a hidden impact.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Do you think it affects friendships?
Yes, because friendships need accidental moments, and work from home removes those accidents.
Accidental moments?
Like meeting someone in the corridor, laughing over coffee, sitting next to someone without planning it. Those moments build connection without effort.
And now everything is scheduled.
Exactly. Even talking to a friend feels like, let's plan a call. Nothing is spontaneous anymore.
That's true. Spontaneity is gone.
And without spontaneity, relationships start feeling like tasks.
That's a strong line. Relationships feel like tasks.
Yes, and that's where emotional distance slowly grows.
Mira, do you think romantic relationships are also affected?
Yes, definitely, because when both people are working from home, they are physically close but mentally busy.
That sounds like emotional paradox.
Exactly, you are together but not fully present.
That's powerful.
And misunderstandings increase because stress is invisible, but reactions are visible.
That's true. Sometimes small things trigger bigger reactions.
Yes, because the mind is already overloaded.
Mira, let's add something controversial here. Do you think work from home is making people socially weaker?
I think it depends how we define weaker, but in terms of social stamina, yes, I think so.
Social stamina.
Yes, like the ability to handle long conversations, face-to-face energy, reading body language, all that reduces over time.
That's interesting. So it's like a muscle that weakens if not used.
Exactly, and then even small social interactions start feeling tiring.
Wow, that's a big shift.
It is.
Mira, let's talk about health now, physical health.
Oh yes, this is another hidden layer.
What changes have you seen or felt?
First, movement decreases. People sit for long hours without realizing it. Second, posture issues. Third, eye strain. But the biggest issue is something else.
What is it?
Energy stagnation. The body feels like it is doing nothing, even when the mind is busy.
Energy stagnation. That's a new concept.
Yes, because in office life, even walking to meetings creates movement. Here, everything is static.
So the body becomes inactive, but the mind stays active.
Exactly, and that mismatch creates fatigue.
That's deep. Body tired without movement.
Yes.
Mira, let's shift to productivity myths, because I feel work from home created a lot of false beliefs.
Oh, absolutely.
Like what?
Like, I am more productive at home, but people confuse longer hours with better output.
That's true.
And another myth, I can work anytime, so I am free, but actually, that means you are always working.
That's a trap.
Yes, flexibility without boundaries becomes invisible overtime.
Mira, do you think companies also contribute to this problem?
Yes, sometimes unintentionally, because they track output but not exhaustion.
Output versus exhaustion. Interesting contrast.
Yes, someone can deliver work but still be mentally drained.
That's silent damage.
Exactly.
Mira, let's talk about surveillance culture. This is becoming a big topic.
Yes, monitoring tools, activity trackers, online status checks.
Do you think that changes behavior?
Definitely. People start performing productivity instead of actually being productive.
Performing productivity. That sounds almost like acting.
It is, like staying online longer just to show availability.
That creates pressure.
Yes, constant visibility pressure.
Mira, let's go deeper into dopamine again, because I feel this is central.
Okay.
Do you think work from home has rewired attention spans?
Yes, 100%. Because the brain now expects constant interruption.
So focus becomes harder.
Yes, because deep focus feels uncomfortable at first.
That's scary. Discomfort becomes avoidance.
Exactly. So people avoid deep work without realizing it.
Mira, let's talk about ambition. Does work from home change ambition levels?
Interesting question. I think it can go both ways.
How?
Some people lose ambition because comfort reduces urgency.
Right?
But some people gain ambition because they save travel time and invest it in learning.
So environment alone doesn't decide ambition.
Yes, discipline decides it.
Always back to discipline.
Always.
Mira, I want to ask something personal again. Do you feel your thinking style changed after working from home?
Yes, I think I became more reflective, but also more overthinking prone.
That's a mix.
Yes, because silence gives space to thoughts, but not all thoughts are useful.
True. Silence can amplify noise inside the mind.
Exactly.
Mira, let's talk about information overload.
Oh, yes, that's huge.
Because now work is digital. Messages, emails, chats.
Yes, and the brain never fully disconnects from information flow.
So even rest time is not truly rest.
Correct, because even if you're not working, you're still consuming digital input.
That's exhausting.
It is.
Mira, let's talk about decision fatigue.
Yes, another hidden issue.
How does it show up?
Even small choices become tiring, like when to start work, when to stop, when to take breaks. Everything becomes self-managed.
So the brain is constantly deciding.
Yes, and that drains mental energy.
In office, structure decides for you.
Exactly.
Mira, let's shift to a more emotional angle. Do you think work from home affects happiness?
I think it affects the type of happiness.
How so?
It removes social happiness, but sometimes increases personal comfort happiness.
So one type increases, another decreases.
Yes, and balance determines overall experience.
Mira, let's talk about silence again, because I feel it keeps coming back.
Yes, silence is powerful here.
Is silence friend or enemy in work from home?
Both. It depends on your mental state.
Explain.
If you're stable, silence gives clarity. But if you're stressed, silence amplifies anxiety.
That's deep.
Yes.
Mira, let's talk about future generations. People growing up with remote-first mindset.
Oh, yes, that will be very different.
How?
They may become more independent, but less socially exposed.
So stronger individually, but weaker socially.
Potentially, yes.
That's a big trade-off.
Every generation has trade-offs.
True.
Nothing comes without cost.
Mira, let's talk about meaning, because I feel work from home makes people question meaning more.
Yes, absolutely.
Why?
Because when environment is static, you start questioning why you're doing things more often.
So less distraction leads to more existential thinking.
Yes, sometimes too much.
That can be uncomfortable.
It can be both, uncomfortable and growth-inducing.
Mira, do you think work from home is ultimately good or bad?
I don't think it fits into good or bad. I think it's powerful, and anything powerful needs structure.
Structure again.
Yes, without structure, even good things become chaotic.
Mira, one last direction I want to explore. Personal discipline systems.
Okay.
What kind of systems actually help people survive this lifestyle?
I think 3 things matter most.
Go on.
Time boundaries, physical separation between work and rest, and intentional social interaction.
Intentional social interaction.
Yes, because nothing happens accidentally anymore.
That's true.
So you have to create human moments intentionally.
That's powerful.
And also movement. Daily movement is non-negotiable.
Mira, I feel like everything we discussed keeps coming back to one core idea.
What is it?
Balance, but a very conscious balance.
Yes, conscious balance, not automatic balance.
Because nothing is automatic anymore.
Exactly. Everything is intentional now.
Everything is intentional now. Mira, that line feels like the final truth of everything we've been saying so far.
Yes, Alex. And it's funny because when things become intentional, they also become more tiring, but more meaningful too.
That's a strange combination. Tiring and meaningful at the same time.
That's modern work life, especially work from home. Nothing is simple anymore.
Mira, let's go even deeper now. I want to talk about the future version of this lifestyle, like 5 or 10 years from now.
Okay, that's interesting.
Do you think people will still struggle with work from home, or will they adapt completely?
I think they will adapt, but not fully escape the problems. Problems just evolve.
Evolve? Like upgrade versions?
Yes, like WHF 1.0 problems were loneliness. WHF 2.0 problems might be AI supervision and constant tracking.
Oh, wow, AI supervision. That sounds intense.
It already exists in small ways. Productivity analytics, attention tracking, behavior monitoring.
So instead of humans watching us, systems will watch us.
Exactly. And that changes psychology again.
How?
People start behaving like they're always being evaluated, even when nobody is watching.
That's like invisible pressure.
Yes, invisible, but constant.
Mira, do you think humans are emotionally ready for that level of digital pressure?
Honestly, not fully.
Why?
Because humans still need psychological privacy, not just physical privacy.
Psychological privacy, that's a strong concept.
Yes, the space where you are not performing, not being measured, just existing.
And work from home reduces that space.
Yes, and future systems might reduce it even more.
Mira, let's talk about something I've been thinking about. Identity fatigue.
Explain that.
Like when you're constantly switching between versions of yourself, worker, friend, family member, online self.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Do you think work from home increases identity fatigue?
Yes, because boundaries between roles blur.
So you never fully become one version.
Exactly. You're always half in multiple roles.
That sounds exhausting.
It is, because the brain never gets a single, stable identity zone.
Mira, let's shift into something lighter for a moment, but still meaningful.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you remember the first time you felt, this is not what I expected from work from home?
Yes, very clearly.
Tell me.
I thought I would feel free, but one day I realized I hadn't stepped outside for almost 2 days, and I still felt like I was busy. That confused me.
That's powerful. Busy without movement.
Yes, and that's when I realized busyness is not equal to progress.
That should be written somewhere.
It should be, but people only learn it by living it.
Mira, now I want to do something different. Can we do a word tour for our listeners?
Word tour? That sounds interesting. Okay, let's do it.
So, Mira, I'll say a word or phrase from our conversation, and you break it down in simple meaning and feeling. Ready?
Ready.
First one, blurred boundaries.
Blurred boundaries means when you cannot clearly separate work time and personal time. Everything mixes together, like you're working while resting and resting while thinking about work.
Next, silent burnout.
Silent burnout is when you look normal from outside, but inside you feel mentally drained. You still complete tasks, but without emotional energy.
Dopamine loops.
That means your brain keeps chasing small rewards like messages, notifications, emails, and you keep checking them again and again, even without reason.
Identity shift.
Identity shift means your personality slowly changes because your daily environment changes. You don't notice it immediately, but over time, you feel different.
Social stamina.
Social stamina is your ability to interact with people without feeling tired, like conversations, meetings, or social situations, and the stamina can reduce if you don't use it often.
Psychological privacy.
That means having mental space where you are not judged, tracked, or evaluated, just existing freely without performance pressure.
Wow, Mira, these words feel simple but very deep when you explain them.
That's because they're everyday experiences, just not named properly.
True.
Naming things makes them easier to understand.
Mira, let's come back to the emotional layer again. Do you think people are becoming more aware of these problems now?
Slowly, yes, but awareness is still uneven.
Uneven?
Yes, some people are very aware. They set boundaries, they disconnect, but many others are still stuck in always available mode.
That always available mindset keeps coming back.
Because it's the core issue. It's like the root of many problems.
Mira, do you think people confuse availability with value?
Yes, absolutely.
How so?
People think if they respond faster, they are more valuable, but real value is in the quality of work, not the speed of response.
That's a big mindset shift.
Yes, but hard to implement.
Mira, let's talk about deep work again, because I feel it's almost disappearing.
Yes, deep work is becoming rare.
Why do you think that is?
Because deep work needs uninterrupted time, and modern work-from-home environment is built on interruptions.
So the system itself fights deep focus.
Exactly.
That's ironic.
Very.
Mira, let's explore something more philosophical. Do you think humans are changing because of this work style?
Yes, in subtle ways.
Like what?
Attention span, patience level, tolerance for boredom, even communication style.
So personality traits are shifting.
Yes, slowly but steadily.
Mira, that sounds like long-term evolution.
It is, but digital evolution, not biological.
Interesting distinction.
Yes.
Mira, do you think boredom is disappearing?
Yes, and that's not fully good.
Why not?
Because boredom is where creativity used to grow. Now, every empty moment gets filled instantly.
That's true. Scrolling, notifications.
Exactly. No mental silence time.
Mira, I feel like everything we discussed leads to one question.
What question?
Are we controlling technology, or is technology slowly shaping us?
I think both, but the direction is slowly shifting.
Toward
Technology shaping us more than we realize.
That's a strong ending thought.
It's not an ending. It's a question people should keep asking.
Mira, if someone listening to this feels overwhelmed by work-from-home life, what would you say to them in one simple thought?
I would say your life is not meant to be always online.
That's powerful.
Because being available all the time is not the same as living fully.
Mira, I think that sentence itself can change someone's perspective.
I hope so.
Mira, before we close this conversation, I just want to reflect on something.
Go ahead.
Everything we discussed, boundaries, burnout, identity, dopamine, it all feels connected.
Yes, it is connected.
And maybe the real challenge isn't work from home.
Then what is it?
It's how we define life inside work from home.
Yes, that's the real question.
Because the system's already here.
And it's not going away.
So only thing left is adaptation.
Conscious adaptation.
Mira, I think we've finally reached the core of it.
Yes, Alex, but the conversation will continue in real life, in every person's daily routine.
And every small decision. And every small decision.
Is where the real change begins.
Mira, I guess that's the part most people ignore. Because big change feels hard, but small decisions feel invisible.
Yes, Alex, but invisible things shape visible life. What you repeat daily becomes your reality.
That's powerful. I don't think there's a louder truth in that.
Maybe, but it's also simple enough to forget tomorrow.
True. And maybe that's why conversations like this matter, because they remind us, not teach us.
Exactly. Reminders feel human. Lectures feel distant.
Mira, I think we should leave listeners with something simple, not complicated.
Yes, something they can actually feel, not just understand.
So, if you are listening, maybe just ask yourself one thing today.
Am I working from home or am I living inside work?
That question alone might change the way you look at your entire day.
And maybe, just maybe, you don't need to fix everything at once.
Just one boundary, one pause, one moment offline.
That's enough to start.
Because life doesn't change in big jumps.
It changes in quiet shifts.
Mira, thank you for this conversation.
Thank you, Alex, for asking the questions most people avoid.
And to everyone listening,
We'll just leave it here in silence for a moment.
take care of your time.
And don't forget to take care of your mind.